I'll be taking you through the process of creating this program from scratch. But first of all, let's see how it works. Therefore, this program will launch. It will load like that. Okay, then you'll be supposed to log in. Therefore, once you log in, you shall have two sections, the admin section and the normal user section. And therefore, to start with, you shall have the setup. You'll be opening this, then you set up the customer, whether the customer is a buyer, whether the customer is a purchaser, employee, or even you can use it to write the quotation. You can write the quotation for different commodities. Then you can choose the customer you wish to see. Therefore, you see when I choose a customer here, then the details will be loaded in this section. On the other hand, you can sell an item. This is the sales part, whereby you can click on the sale, then you just come and choose the customer you want to sell the commodity. Then if it is quotation, you can choose the person to write quotations. Then when selling, you can choose commodities here. Then you can see the lowest price, the selling price. You can also print the receipt from this part. Then we have the admin panel, whereby the admin will be logging in to add commodities. Therefore, once you key in the password, you can go to the admin. Therefore, this is the admin panel where the admin can register products. Here, he is allowed to register products and also give them the prices. Then we have the reports. The admin can also be in a position to view the reports, like the daily reports. The admin can choose the daily reports from here. Monthly reports, the admin can choose and see, or even the overall reports. Then on the other hand, the admin can also check the stock. He can be in a position to follow what is being sold, and also can be in a position to view the list of accounts. Therefore, I'll be taking you through how to come up with an EPOS, electronic point of sale, using Microsoft Access, that is from scratch. Therefore, we can close this one and start ours. Therefore, we just needed to right click, go to new, then we go to Microsoft Access. Then we can launch our Microsoft Access 2019. Then enable the macros. From there, we can just go to this point file, save as. We want to save our database in compatibility mode. If I just go to save as, then we can save it on our desktop. Then we can call it EPOS Pro stock store. Therefore, we are saving our work in our desktop. Then from there, we can now begin by creating tables. In this session, I will do several videos, whereby part 1, I will do the tables. Part 2, I will do the queries. Then part 3, I will do forms, reports, and macros. They go together. Therefore, let's begin with part 1, whereby I'll be taking you through how to create the tables required. Therefore, we need a number of tables, like 10 tables. We have accounts table. We shall have cash details, cash entry, and others. Therefore, let's begin. And therefore, we shall go to create, then table design. Then we can start by creating accounts table. Therefore, we shall have an ID. An ID, this is auto number and the primary key. Then we go next to, we can have the customer name. Then we can also go ahead and have the cell phone of the customer. Then we shall have address. We shall also have the buyer. We shall have the purchaser. We shall have employee. Then we shall have we can have quotation order. Then you can have fixed salary because of the employee, fixed salary. Then for the fixed salary, this one can be number. Then these ones are supposed to be yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, because we need to tick whether somebody is a buyer, a purchaser, employee, whether he is doing quotation. Then from there we can save this one. We save this one as accounts. Then we save that one. Now after doing that, we cross that one. Therefore you have one table called that is, the table is called accounts. Then you can go ahead and get the next one. The next one you can just go to create, then table. Then you have the cash ID. This is the number. This is for the cash details. Then you have we shall have cash entry. Then we have account. You can have the account. Therefore the account, this one, we have the account. Then we have the you can have the discount. This one is number. Then we go ahead, we have amount. That is amount, also number. Then we shall also have the type. Now the type, we shall have the type here. Then we shall have, that is the primary key for this table. This one is auto number and the primary key. Now when we go to the type, we shall just go down here, then go to lookup. This point we choose combo. We shall have combo. Then we shall have our row source. With accounts we have paid. The accounts can be paid or received. Paid or received. If we just go to lookup, then we choose combo and then have these two values. Then we can go up to accounts. Now accounts again, we go down to lookup, we choose combo. Then row source here, that is for the account. We have created a table called account. Therefore, you just go to this point, you hit this point. Then it will launch the query design view. Therefore, you open the account table, you close this. Therefore, this is what we have. Now we are connecting that one with the customer name from accounts. Therefore, then from there you just cross. Then you just save, then cross this one. Therefore, it will populate an SQL statement for you. Therefore, this one you don't need to cram. You only need to choose from this point. That is, you are making a relationship. You are connecting the two. Then from there, we need to save this table of ours. Therefore, this is this table of ours is cash. You can call it a cash details. Cash details. Then you save that one. Then we shall also have another cash entry. Therefore, just go to create, then design. Then from there, we just go to the next one. We shall have the cash ID. This one is our auto number and the primary key. Then we shall have the cash date. That is date and time. Then we need to save this one. We save this one as cash entry table. Therefore, we can just close this one. So far we have this now tables. Then you can go ahead and create another table called expense. We just go to create table design. Then we have the expense. You can have the expense. This is the primary key. We only need to have one. Therefore, we just save this one. Save this one as expense. That way. Then we cross the expense table. Then again create table design. Now we are creating the expense details, and therefore we shall have the expense primary key. This is auto number and the primary key. Then we shall have the identifier for that one in the other tables. Then we shall have the type, then amount. Then we shall also have the pay type. Then you can have the customer name. Then from there we need to go to this one, that is the type. Once we go to the type, we go to down here, lookup, then combo, then the row source. The row source for that one will be expense. If we shall have that one as expense, then save that one and cross. Before it will still populate the SQL. Then from there we need also to go to the pay type. Here, pay type, you click, and then this is combo, then row source. Pay type we have paid. We also have received. That way. Then we are saving this table. This table is expense. It is expense details. That way. Then from there we can cross this one. Go again, create table design. Now we are creating the expense entry. Therefore we shall have the EID. This one is the auto number and the primary key. Then we shall have the date, expense date and time. Then this one is expense entry. Then we cross that one. We go ahead, create, then table design. Then we are now creating, we can create the login table, because we shall use have that one. Therefore we have the username. Now the username here is the primary key, should not be duplicated. Then we have password, and can just have just an identifier, or we can just call it label. Then this one can be just be saved as login. We have login table. We cross that one. We go ahead, create next table. Okay, the next table is months. Shall create the months. This is the primary key. Then save it as months. Then cross. We go ahead, create another table. Now we shall create that is products, and therefore we shall have the product. This is the primary key. Then you shall have in pack, or just call it quantity. This is in pack to avoid confusion with other qualities. Then we shall have the rate. This is number. Then we shall have the lowest price. This is number. Then you shall have the selling price. Also, this one can be number. Selling price, lowest. Good. Then you can save it as products. Products. Then we can cross the products table. Go ahead, create another table. We can now go to purchases. Go to purchase details, then purchase entry. And therefore, we can just have the purchase ID. This is auto number and the primary key. Then we shall have the identifier in other tables. This one is number. Then you shall have the product. Now remember, product should be connected to products, and therefore we have product. Then we go down here. This is combo. Then we shall connect this one with the products. Therefore, we just go to this end, hit this one, then go to products. This one. Now products will be inserted here, and therefore you connect it to the product that way. Then you save. Just right click and save. Right click, cross. Therefore it will populate this statement here, the SQL. Then from there you just go to, we shall have the rate. That is for the purchase. And then we shall also have the quantity. Then amount. Therefore quantity is the number, and then this one, the amount, we can just use calculated field. Just go to calculated. Then therefore the amount here will be quantity multiplied by rate. That way. Then you just click on OK. Therefore that one will be calculated field, and therefore don't forget this one should be number. Product is text, the others are number. Therefore this is purchase. This is purchase details. Then I can cross this one, save, cross. Then go again to create, then table. We are now creating purchase entry, and therefore we shall have the PD. This is auto number and primary key. Then we shall have the date, purchase date and time. Then we shall have the customer. Then we shall have, now this customer should be from the accounts, and therefore we just go to that bit. So we just go to down here, combo, then go to resource. We choose our accounts table, accounts, double click. Then we are getting this field. Then we go to purchaser. Then down here in the criteria, we type the purchaser is yes. That way. Then you save this one and then cross. Then we go ahead. To our table. Therefore, we have total. Yeah, total. Then we have the discount, and then the pre-discount, then we shall have the grad total, Therefore, all these are numbers. From here, you can just hit letter N. Also, this one should be number. Therefore, that one looks like that. Then you save this one. This one is purchase entry. Then from there we can still go ahead and create another table called reports. Therefore, close this, go to create, then reports. Now we have the ID, auto number, the primary key, then we have the report name. This is short text. Therefore, save this one as reports. Then close that one. Go ahead and we go and create salaries table. Remember, salary will be an expense. Therefore, you can just go and create another table. This is a salary ID or wage salary ID. This is auto number, primary key. Then we have the salary date. Date and time. If I can save that one as salary entry. Save and cross. Then go create table design. We can now create the salaries details from salary details. This is auto number and the primary key. Then you should have the employee. We go to short text, then go down here, go to lookup, then this is combo, then we go to row source, we go to accounts, again go to accounts, we cross this. Now in the accounts, this one we have this person, then we are talking of employee. Therefore you drop employee, criteria should be yes, then right click, save this one, right click, cross, then we go ahead, we have S month, the S month, that is the month. The month should we just go here, then just go down here, we just put combo, then the resources months, then it will get that one from the months. Remember, this one is our this is our salary entry, salary details, Then you carry on. You have deductions number, then we have actual pay, this is number, then we shall have the identifier with the other tables. This one should be number. Then you can save that one. From there we go ahead and create the sales details and sales entry. Therefore, let's just go with we start with a sales entry. If I just go to create table, then we have the salary ID, the sales ID. This is identifier for the sales. Then we go ahead and create a sales date. This is that one. Then the customer. We go and get the customer. Now the customer should be a buyer, and therefore we just go down here. We go to lookup combo, then we go to accounts, cross that one, go to this point, we get this person here, therefore the person should be a buyer, and therefore we go to criteria, and then we write buyer yes, buyer yes, save that one, cross, go ahead, have our total, we have our total, we have our discount, we have our pre-discount, then we have our grad total, then we shall have our quotation, and then we can also have something like status. Therefore, after having that one, we shall just go to like this one. You can just go down here, go to lookup combo, then we go to row source. In our row source, we go to accounts. Now for that one, we just equate with this one. We also have this. Then this one here, criteria we have yes for that field. Cross. That is for this one. Then we have status. That one you leave it the way it is. Then from here, these are numbers. Number. Then we save this one. This one is our sale entry. Therefore, this is sales entry. Then we cross the sales entry. We go to sales details, create. We go to sales details. Therefore, we shall have the identifier. This is auto number and primary key. Then we shall have the connection with the other table. Then we shall have the product. Now the product will be connected to the product. If we just go down here, lookup, just change this to combo, row source. Row source, you go to this point, then go to product, cross this, then go to product. Right click, save, right click, cross. Then we go ahead. We shall have the quantity. We shall have the rate. Then we shall have the amount. Then remember, this is number. Now, sorry, this one should be calculated. Text. It should be calculated. If we just go to calculated, this one will be quantity multiplied by rate. Then save this one. Once you save, therefore, when you enter these two, this one will be auto calculated for you. Then we can have the, from there we can leave it at that point. I think those ones are all right. Then just save this one. This one is sales details. Sales details. And therefore, therefore these are the tables that we require for our EPOS program. You need the accounts table, cash details, and therefore those are the tables we need, and we have now structured them well. Therefore, we also need now to have the relationship among these tables, whereby you need to make sure that these tables are connected to each other, so that the whole thing can actually work. And therefore, you can just go to database tools, then relationships. We can remove these ones. Then right click, go to show table. We can have the accounts table. We can also have the products table. Then we have let's have all of them. Then you can rearrange them. Purchase details. Then this one. Then we can cross this one. Therefore, these are the tables that are there. And therefore, we have expense entry, this one. Then we have salary there. Expense. This one can be on the other hand. And therefore, now from here, we can have the relationships. We have this one. Can go to this. We need to be very careful when creating the relationship. This one goes there. That way. Then we have this one going to this one. That way. Then you have this one. We also have the expense. We have that one, salary. One too many. And we can also have the product sales. We also have on the accounts. Sales, expense, this customer product. This one is also connected to this one. Then we can have the purchase entry. Cash with this one. Expense. You can also look at the expense where the expense will be connected. Expense. details, expense with the expense type. Okay, and therefore that's how our relationship looks like. We can add more rings as we proceed. Therefore, from there we just save this one and cross. Then we have the foreign tables. Therefore, remember we are creating EPOS, electronic point of sale, by help of Microsoft Access. Therefore, as I promised, this one is part 1. Watch part 2. Part 2, I will be doing queries, and therefore I would wish you to keep on waiting for that one. And therefore, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video, that is queries. We can add more rings. Like for example, we just go back to accounts, this one here. We must make sure that this one is the primary key, that is the S name here. Then from there, this one will be in a position to work, whereby you connect now this one, that is, you want to edit this. You have the S name and the customer, so that you can have one to many. Also, on the other hand, accounts should, that is the salary, employee should also be connected to this one, and to the sales, customer should be connected to this one in the account, and therefore also the customer in purchase should be connected to this one, employee should be connected to that, and therefore this is how our relationship looks like. Therefore, make sure you change the S name in the account to primary key, so that it can be in a position to accept relationship with the customer on the other hand, with the employee, that way, and also with the account, this one, account in the cash. You see now it's connected, since now this one has been changed to be the primary key. Then from there we can go ahead and create our queries. Therefore, just go to create, then we go to, or you can just go to query design. In our query design, we use the accounts and the sales entry. So you have the account and the sales entry, and this one, that is the customer. This we want the sales, not the salary. Shortable sales entry, and therefore you'll get that the name is related with the customer, and for that case we shall have that field. We shall also have the S date, we have the customer, then we have the total, discount, and also have the other one, grad total, in that case, and therefore this one we can save this query as by day reports, then we can carry on and have another query. You can have the customer ledger. Just go to create. You can have to create, then query design. We need to have the sales details, and the sales entry, these two. Then having this, we can now go ahead and have the the S date from sales entry customer. You can also have the product from the other one, then quantity, rate and amount. That one. Then this one can be saved as a customer ledger. This is customer ledger. That one. Then we carry on and create the next query. The next query, we can call it the inventory sale. Just go to create query design. We are using the sales details. Then you can cross this. The sales details, and therefore we shall have the product and also the sale quantity. Therefore, to avoid confusion, you can just have this one as sale. That way. Then we shall have to click on this button, this total button, so that you can have this one total group by, then quantity here, this one should be sum. That way. Then we can save this one. We save this one as inventory sale. Then cross that one. We can go ahead to the next one. The next one we can have the inventory query. If we just go to create, then design, we get our tables. We shall have our table products. We shall have okay, just a moment. First of all, now before we do that, let's go and create another query. Another query here shall have products and purchase details. Therefore, we go to purchase details. Then we cross this one. Therefore, here we shall have the product from purchase, and then we shall have the quantity from purchase. Then we go and group by. You click this sum button so that you can get this one. Therefore, this one is sum, group by sum. This one is quantity, the other one was from sale, and therefore this one is from purchase. To avoid confusion, because this is quantity and also the other query has quantity. Therefore, you make sure you separate them by identifying that this comes from purchase, the other one comes from sales. Then from there you go to save this one. We can save this one as inventory purchase. Then now we cross this one. We can now create the inventory query. Go to design. This time round we are using two queries, and therefore that is for inventory. We shall be using two queries. If we just go to queries, this point round, I'm using this one and this one. Then on the tables, I'm using the table products. Therefore, I'll be using these two. Can you bring this on the other side? Therefore, I have this, and therefore I just go to this point here. Then I have the product from the product table. I have product from the product table. That way, for clarity purposes. Then I have the purchase the purchase from in purchase. Then I'll have in pack from products. Then I have sale. This one from in sale. Then from there, I'll be doing some calculations here to make sure that this query works well. And therefore, at this point, we shall just go to have the query. Calculations a bit, therefore we shall have include something like in stock. In stock, I shall have our function nz. Then we open our brackets. We have our field. Our field here is purchase. Purchase. Then it will be minus. Then our function sale. That is in stock, whatever it be. There we shall have to minus the whatever was purchased minus the sale. And therefore that one will be a function there. You can look at it. Therefore this is the function. It looks like this. It will be in stock. It is equals to purchase minus sale. Then from there we can go ahead to the next one. Now the next function here will be, we shall introduce a scale there. Like now I can say A equals to our function. Our function there, that is whatever we have done. On the other hand, therefore we shall have in stock, then divided by in pack. That is in pack. Then we shall go ahead to the next one. Now the next one will be finding the packets, and therefore our packets we shall just call it pack. Our pack, we shall have this one. That way. Then we shall have our next calculation. Our next calculation here will be finding that is the pieces, and therefore we shall have our pieces. Our pieces is we shall have in pack that is divided by our function will be divided by pack. That way. Then this has gone forever. And therefore this one shall be also calculating the number of pieces. And therefore this one will be can have pieces 1. Then we have to say that in Z then we want it to be in stock minus pieces now that way, and therefore that one will be how our query will look like. Then we can now save this one as inventory. Therefore that is our inventory query. It will look like this when we run it. Then after now having the inventory query, we can proceed to the next query. Can save them. We can proceed to in purchase. That is what we have. Let's see. We have in purchase, in sale, inventory, customer. We can create another inventory sort. Create design. We create an inventory sort. We see how the sales can be tracked. And therefore I shall use the sales details, this one. Then we just go and take product. Then we have the quantity, but this one should be from sold. We can just call it sold. That way. Then we go and hit this total button. Then this one, we group this one by sum. Group that one by sum. Then save this one as inventory sold. Inventory sold. Then you cross that one. Then we are still going on where we can proceed to the next query. The next query can be the receipt or print report. If we can just go to create, create. We are creating a query design. Then we have our receipt. That is the print report should be from this to 2. Therefore I shall have our receipt from here. Therefore what we need to have this one. Then we have the S date, then customer, then we shall have the product bought, quantity, rate, and the amount. Therefore that's what will be required in the receipt. Therefore this one we can just call it print report. Print report. Then we can cross this one. That will be our receipt. Then from there we can still go ahead and create another query. That is for the buyer. You can just have accounts, create, then query design. We use the accounts table. Now this one we shall have the S name and the buyer. Then we can just have the buyer yes. This one, just save it as query 1. Then you can go ahead and create another one. that is the query that you shall be using to track the purchases. And therefore, just go to create, then we go to design. This time round, we shall use the query insert. Then we shall have in purchase, and then we shall have table products. Then after that, we can take this to that point so that we can into position to see what we are doing. Therefore, here we shall have the product, then we shall have purchase, then in pack, then we shall have sold. Then we shall do a bit of calculations here, and therefore we shall start with having the first calculation, that is total pack. Total pack shall have our NZ function. Then we have purchase multiplied by in pack. In pack. Then can have this one. We have to close this one. Then we have the next one, the next calculation here. The next calculation will be, can get the remainders, the remainder RM, remainder. We shall have our function NZ, then we shall have total pack, minus sold. It is sold. Then we shall have to calculate the cartons here. And if we just go and write carton, frame, and this frame divided by in pack. Then lastly, you can look at the pack. You can have the pack, you have the remainder, in pack. That way. Then after having that one, we can save this query. We shall be using this one to see how the stock goes. So for this one, it will be used to track the stock. Therefore, it can still remain that way as query 2. We have query 1 and query 2. Then we proceed to the next part. The next part, we can have the quotation query, query that will be used to track quotations, and therefore you can just go ahead and create that one. So just go to create, then query design. We are using sales details and sales, therefore sales details and sales entry, this one. Then we can pull this here so that you can see what I'm doing. Therefore we shall have that one as date customer, and then we shall have the product, quantity, rate, and amount. Then remember this guy is quotation here, therefore we shall need that one. Now that one can be used to track quotation. Before this one we can save it as quotations. That is for quotations. Then we can proceed to the next query. The next query is salary query. You can just have the salary query. Therefore create query. Then we have the salary. We have the account. Then salary entry, and salary details. That way. Then this one we shall have the salary date, employee, then month, deduction, actual pay. Then we can save this one as salary query. Then we can close that one. Then proceed to we can proceed to another query. You can have the salary details, just a replica of the other one. It will be of great use. So we can just go to salary details, and that is salary details, and the other one, not sales. Can delete that one. Then we can now drop this one. We can have that one, employee, this month, deductions, this one, and then we can have accounts, shortable accounts, fixed salary. Therefore this one can be saved as salary details query. Then we proceed, we go again, create query design. This time round we shall create cash received query. If we just go and create cash received, if we have cash entries, cash details, those two, then this query of ours will be capturing the cash details, and therefore we shall have the this one. You can just give it a title ID to avoid confusing this one and this one. Then we shall have the S date, that is date. You can just have it as S date. That is salary date to avoid confusing. Then we shall have the accounts, this one. You can add an identifier, this customer. Customer account. Then we can proceed to customer account. Then we can proceed to amount. This one. Now the amount, you can just call it debit. Then we shall have a field code total. Just leave it blank. Then we go to another one called discount. You can also leave it that way. Then proceed to another one called credit. credit, leave it with 0, then proceed to type. Now type is from cash details, you can give it received, then you can just go to this point and have the balance. The balance should be debit minus credit, debit minus credit. This credit, because we have debit, if it will be debit minus credit. Therefore, you can just save this query as U cash received. That way, then you can cross this one. We proceed to the next query. Now the next query will be tracking sales, and therefore we shall use accounts and the sales. Just go to create, then query design. We shall have the accounts and sales entry, those two. Then we cross this one, we pull this to this point so that you can be in a position to see what we are doing. And therefore we shall have this one. We give it an identifier that way. Then we shall have the S date, then customer, then total. We shall have our discount, then we shall have now our grad total. Now our grad total here, we can call it credit. Then we shall have our debit 0, then type we shall just have it as sale, then we shall have our balance again. We shall have our balance. Our balance will be our credit minus debit. That way. Therefore, that's how our credit will be. Our query will be like that. Then from there, you can just save this one. Save this one as sale. Sale that way. Then cross this one. Now after doing that one, after now having these queries here, this one, we need to create another query that is for sales history, to track sales history. And therefore just go to create, then query design, then we shall have the sales entry and sales details. Then we shall populate a report, that is sales report from this, and therefore we shall have the S date. This one can be given identifier date. Then we shall have the pre-discount. This one you can just give it the title discount. Then we shall have the product. Just have the title product. Then quantity. This quantity here. You can give it the title quantity. Okay. Then you have the total, this total here. On the total, you can just give it the total. Total should be total. Then you can have the grad total now. The grad total. This one you can just call it grad total. Then you should have the customer. Now that one can remain that way. Then come to this point and hit this button, that one, so that we can have the discount, this one, sorted by sum, that is grouped by sum. Then quantity grouped by sum. Also this one grouped by sum. Also this one grouped by sum. Yeah, that way. Then you can now save this one as sales history. That is sales history. Then cross this one. Then after doing that, we can just go to another one, that is view reports, sales, that is create query design. We shall have the sales details and sales entry. Then you can just go to hit that one, customer. Then we have product, customer. That is, we have this one from sales entry, customer from sales entry, then product from this one, and then we have quantity, rate, and then amount. Therefore, this one can be saved as view reports. Close that one. Then from there we can just go ahead and create another query that is a duplicate of the first one. This is by day reports. Therefore, you can also have by month report. Therefore, copy this, paste that one. Therefore, this one can be can just rename this one. This one should be by month, month reports. And for that one, you don't need to create another one. We just copy that one because it is actually the same fields. Lastly, we can create a union query. A union query is a query that combines fields that are similar, and therefore we shall just go and create a union query. And therefore, to create the union query, we shall use the ucache and the user. And therefore, we just go to create, then query design. Therefore, you just remove this one and hit this union query. Therefore, we shall have our union query here. And our union query, we use the SQL statement select. Therefore, you select the fields that you want. Therefore, you're selecting ID. Then we are also selecting as date, comma. Then we are selecting customer, comma, we are selecting total, we are selecting type, we are selecting a discount, we are also selecting debit, we are also selecting credit. Remember, you select the fields that are similar, that is in union query, comma, then we are also selecting balance. From where? From query name is USAIL. Can confirm the name USAIL. Yeah. We are doing it from USAIL. Then you can still copy this because they are almost similar to the other one. Then you type union, then you paste this one, union, select this one from the other table, but the only difference is that we are choosing this one from this one, from the other query. You can just right click and rename, then copy this name, Control C, and therefore we are pasting this one there. Then you can save this one as union. You can just call it union, then run, see whether there is a mistake, syntax error in from clause. Therefore I see, yeah, there is an error there, and therefore it has worked. That means there is no error in that one. Therefore, basically, we were creating queries in this session. That is in our part 2 of electronic point of sale program using Microsoft Access. And therefore, in my next video, I will be doing forms, reports, macros, and all that are connected to those ones. Therefore, basically, I'll be using macros and some VBA to make sure that the program works effectively. Therefore, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Hi guys, welcome to video number 3. Hi guys, welcome to video number 3, that is part 3. Today I'll be taking you through forms, that is we shall check on the graphical user interfaces. And therefore, when you talk about forms, let's see the forms that we shall be creating. We shall be creating the splash form, the one that is loading. We shall also create this one, the login form. We shall also create the next one, this one, the switchboard. We shall also create the this form, this one, the accounts form. We shall also create the this one, the sales form. We shall also create the admin panel, that is the form. Also this form, this one, this one, we shall also create it. Then we shall also create the admin panel. We shall also create the purchase form, this one. We shall create the product registration form. Also, we shall create this one, this is the view reports form. We shall create these ones for this daily sales, also for the others. Also, we shall create the quotation form. This is where the quotations will be done. And basically, Let's go to our database where we left at in our previous video. That is, we left at queries. Let's start on by creating reports, that is forms. Therefore, we shall start by creating the accounts form. The accounts form, we just go to that is a form wizard. Then we go and choose the account form. Therefore, we shall go and choose the table accounts, this one. Then we send everything to the right. Then next, can just go next. It will be named as account, then finish. Therefore, the wizard will create for us this form. This is the form we need, and therefore you can zoom in and then go to design view, and then we can edit this accordingly. Just edit the way it should be done, and therefore we need these ones to be somewhere there. Then we reduce the size of these ones. Then from there we need to insert a subform here. Then we also need to do something on this one. We need to disable this. If we go to properties, data, enabled, no, this one should not be enabled since it is an outer number. Then this one can be pulled up. Then you can reduce the size of this. Then go to arrange, margins, narrow. Then go to format, right align. Therefore, this is what we have. Then we need now to draw our accounts. We need to draw our subform. Therefore, just bring this here. Then we go to define my own. We are using, can use the ID. Can use the ID. Then next. Therefore, we need to pull this one somewhere there. Then we can close this one. We remove that label there. Then you can still resize this the way we have done in the other one. You can resize these ones to be that way. Then take this one to that point, format it accordingly. Then you can take this one, then go to format and arrange that side. Then right click, you can assign some color to that one. You can also assign some color to the other one. This is the accounts. Then you can just insert an image. Can insert a logo. Insert a logo. So that is our logo. Then from there you can run your form. Therefore, this is what we have so far. This is our accounts form and account sub form. But these ones are so much separated. Can still bring this part. Then this one can be somewhere there. That is the sub form. Yeah. Then you can have something of the sort. and therefore this is where we shall be feeding or capturing our account. For instance, I can just take one guy. We can have the phone number, then the address, therefore you can see that we have captured that person. This one is a buyer, therefore we need to make sure that these ones are available. For should be like that. Then these ones are too wrong. Then you can reduce the size of this. You can also hide this one, hide this one, so that we can be in a position to see everybody. Good, there we are. Therefore, that's how the accounts form is created. You can still add another person, and you can have then the address, therefore Don is also a buyer, and for that case you can see that we are capturing the accounts accordingly. Therefore, that is the accounts form. We can go ahead and in the same accounts form, we can go and assign a combo box, then go to find a record. Next, then we shall be finding the that is the name. Then next, finish. Therefore, go to format, then you assign the car. That way. Therefore, we can just go and save. Therefore, from this point, you can go to somebody here, go to Faith, then you can see the details are actually working. These are the accounts. Then from there, we can cross this one and proceed to the next one. That is, we can create the sales form. If I can just go and create the sales form, therefore create form wizard, then we choose the sales entry form. We send everything, next, finish. This is the sale entry, and therefore from here we can edit these ones the way we have done. Go to format, you assign them, you format them accordingly. Then this one is status. And this one should be just something small. Then this one should be disabled. Format noted. That way. Then you can pull these ones to the end. Then erase this one. Therefore, this is the sales entry. You save it. Then you can also assign your logo. This is our logo. Then from here, we can go ahead and insert the subform. If we shall insert our subform, just go to therefore let's create the subform. Just go to sales details, you bring it here. Therefore then you define my own, you choose the equals, that is the feed that created the relationships. Then finish. Then you can remove this head. Then you can bring it to this point. Then drag. Remember to format this one. If I need to format this one, then take them to the right. Then now I can take everything to that other side. Therefore, that's how this is my subform. Then you can assign some color here. You can assign some color save. Therefore, this is how my sales subform looks like. But you can still edit this by bringing these ones to this end. This one can be brought somewhere there. So this one can be brought somewhere there. This one can still be there. Then this one grabs to this point. That way. You can even make it more attractive by assigning the frame. You assign the frame that way. Then this one can be in the same place. Then you also need to put a search button. Go to find record, then customer, or you can just go to date. You can find date. Next, finish. For this one, we shall be placed somewhere here. This is go to. Then go to a certain date. Then you can skip to that date. Then we shall have to do a calculation here for this one. Therefore, for this total here, shall go to event, then on click, you assign what will happen there, and therefore that is total on click shall have me dot total dot value equals to equals to subform name, that is the sales details subform dot form. Then we shall have txt amount. This one should be sales. Therefore, we need to know the name of this subform. The name of that subform is sales details subform, and therefore we shall come down here to this point, then go to design, take a text box, then draw a text box here. This is total, and then this one should be equal to sum amount. It will add this, and therefore this one will be named as txt total. So we shall just go to properties, then we shall rename that one to txt total, then save that one, and therefore this is total. Then from there we go back to our code. Our code for this one, we also need to code the this one we just go to event, then on key, that is on key up, we write a code for it, and therefore this one discount for key up will be me dot press that one dot value equals to me dot total divided by 100 multiplied by nz discount, discount. Then you save that function. Before this one was sales details subform. Then from there we go back to this. Therefore this is disk, then we go to pre-discount, we go again to event, then we go to on key up, then hit this one, then go to this point. We are writing the code for that, and therefore that one becomes me dot grad total, that is for the discount, and this is for pre-discount. Then we need to see for the pre-discount, let's see, we are doing for the pre-discount. For the pre-discount, will be me dot pre-discount dot value equals to me dot total divided by 100 multiplied by nz and z discount. For the discount, then this one we can just disable. Then we shall have that one for the discount, how will discount be done. For you also needed to see how that one looks like. That one should actually display, and therefore this one should remain like that. Then from there we go to crossing this. Just run our form. Therefore our form looks like this, and for that case we shall look the customer. You see now it is displaying the customer from the previous that is from the previous feed. Like now we want to add a new customer, therefore we just go to Faith, then we choose the date. Then after doing the choosing the date, we can go and choose the products. We have not registered the products, therefore we shall put the quantity, and the others will calculate automatically. Therefore let's go next and create the products form. But before doing that, you can add the cross button design. Just go to cross button, form operations, cross, next, cross, finish. Therefore this is our cross button. We shall require that one. Then we can save, then cross. Therefore let's go and create the products. That is the products table. The products table will be used to capture the products, and therefore it will originate from the product form. Therefore you just go to create, then you can go to form wizard, then choose the product table, products, then you send everything next. It will be tabular, next, it will be called products, then finish. Therefore this is what we have. We can edit it to make sure that we get the required format. We can just format this one. Our product will be captured from this point. Then you shall have the selling price. This is the selling price. Then you shall have the lowest price. You shall have the rate. Then the impact or quantity. This is quantity. Then this is the product. And just have that is the product capture GUI, and this one goes to the end. Then from there we can just choose everything, then go to format, and then assign the bright color. Then you can just go and bring the logo, insert image, we take our logo and draw it. Our logo goes there, then save. Therefore this is our form. You can still assign some color here. Therefore when we run, this is what we have. We shall have our products down here. For instance, we can record something like keyboard. Keyboard. Then we have bought 10 at 500 each. Then the lowest price that we can sell is 600, but the selling price we shall have, say, 750. Then we can sell Toshiba laptop i3 500 GB 8 GB RAM. Then we bought 5 at a rate of 45k, let's say 45k. The lowest price we can sell is 46,500, but our selling price is 48,000. Therefore, those are 3 products, and therefore, when we now go to sales, when we go to our sales entry here, you see now our 2 products are found, and therefore from this point we can be in a position to sell. We can sell our products. Let's assume this one is 48,000. Therefore, you see it is calculating. This is 700. We have bought 1 at 750. Therefore, let's see what we have here. We have sales subform txt amount. Therefore, we need to check that one. We go to this one. This is txt total, and then we have said that we needed to calculate the total there. So we need to calculate the total. This is called total, and therefore we just go to total and click this one, me.total equals to set subform dot txt amount. For us, look at the name of the subtotal. Says detail subform. All right. Therefore, after now having that, we also need to create a query that will actually perfect this one later on. But meanwhile, let's proceed with our forms, and therefore let's go and create the next form, that is purchases form, and that one will also help us a lot. If we just go to create, then form wizard, then we go and choose purchases entry, then next, finish. Therefore, this is what we have. Then we just go and do exactly as we have done to the others. We first of all format these ones, then we take this one that way. Then we need to have this one somewhere here. Assign color to this one. This one can be taken to that point. Then you can bring the logo. We need our logo there. Then from there we can just go and take the frame. We also draw the frame. That way. Then now go and take the purchase details table. You drop it here there. Then you create the relationship. Then next, finish. So this is our sub form. If we draw our sub form like that, then we do the same formatting. Then do this one. Take that one to that point. That way. Then we also need to have our text box there at this point. This is our total. Therefore, our total equals to sum amount. Then you need to know this is text 12. I will rename to txt amount. Txt amount. Then this one is our total. This is discount. Then we have that one. Then you need to also assign a go to. Find next. Now we shall be finding. Can you find the purchase date? Next, finish. For this one will be go to purchase date. Go to. Then can format it that way. Then you can also add the button for new purchase here. That is record operations, add a new, finish. That way. Therefore, that is our purchases form. This is our purchase form. It will look like this, and therefore we shall still do the. You see, you can choose the rates here. Therefore, the purchase form looks like this. We just need to have this one's product rate. It is then to calculate the totals here. Then you shall have the date of purchase that is done. Therefore, you can also include the cross button at this point. Form operation cross, then cross that way. Finish, then home. Therefore, this is the purchase form. We shall do the calculations here. That is for the total. Therefore, you can just go to purchase, then go to design view. We can hit this point, then go to, then we shall go to event, then we go to on click. Therefore, on click, we then go to this point. On click, we shall have me.total, me.total.value equals to the subform name. The subform name we shall copy, then dot forms, that is dot form, then the field is txt amount. Then we save that one. But meanwhile, we can just go back and check the subform name. The subform name is purchase details subform. Therefore, the name of this one is purchase details subform. This is the name. We copy that, go back to our code. That is, we view our code. Then we can paste the name of our subform there. Then we save and go back to Microsoft Access. Then from there we just go to pre-discount, this one, and we go to event. Then on key app we assign the value there, and therefore this one is me dot pre-discount dot value equals to me dot total divided by 100 times discount. That way. Therefore, those are the two functions. Then you can have that one for grad total. For the grad total, you have it here. Then event on key app. Then you can have it here. For the grad total is me dot grad total dot value equals to me dot total minus me dot pre-discount. Therefore, that is for the grad total. And therefore you save that one, go back and then run. And therefore we needed first of all to capture a purchaser in the accounts. Therefore you can add new. We add Boskibet, and address is 166. Now this is a purchaser, and therefore we can add him. Therefore, when you come to this point, you can see this person is a purchaser, and therefore you cross. Then when you go to purchase entry, then I can get Boskibet. Then he will be purchasing some items. Therefore he purchased like 15 keyboards, that is keyboards, and 700. He bought, for example, 10 keyboards. Therefore he'll be in a position to see as he purchased 10, that is 43,000, but he purchased like 10. Therefore you can be in a position to see what is there. Then as you tab there, you see it is also doing the calculations, and if you are given 10% discount, you see now it will be in a position to calculate the discount given per the purchases. Therefore this is how the purchase entry looks like, and therefore you can see the date has been automatically captured from the system. Then we can still now go back to this sales form and fix the problem that was here. So we had the total. First of all, you have to know the name of this one. TXT total. That one is TXT total. Therefore, just go back to this. This one should have been me.total dot value equals to subform. Oh, this is txt. Yeah, txt amount. We named it as txt total. That was the error. Then you have the pre-discount. Then go to grad total. Grad total event was on key up. On key up. Then we now have the grad total. The grad me dot grad total. Me dot grad total equals to me dot total. Me here represents the table, that the form you are working on, dot me dot pre-discount. Therefore, that was the mistake we had done. And that means when we go to this form here and run, then click, you see now it's working. Therefore, if you give somebody 5% discount, it will automatically work on that one. Therefore, we have so far created several forms. We can proceed and create the stock check, the stock check form. Therefore, the stock check form will actually be used for checking the stock. That is where the stock comes from. And for that case, we shall just go to create, then wizard, then we shall use the inventory query, then go and send everything next. This one will be tabular next, finish. Therefore, this is where our stock will be done, will be checked in, and therefore just go to right click design view, then pull this a bit, then you can have these ones pulled. Then this one should be taken to that further. Then we shall have our product. Then you can go to format. Now this is our inventory. Then just go back to design, insert our logo here. Yeah, for our logo. Our logo goes up there. Therefore, this is for the stock. Then we go to assign some color. Therefore, save. Therefore, this is where our stock will be controlled or viewed. Therefore, can have these ones up there so that it can be attractive there. Then we need to see in stock, and therefore when we go to this point that is in stock, we shall go to design view, right click design view, then we go to on stock, then we go to format, then conditional formatting, then we can add a new rule. From the add a new rule, we can just go to add new rule, Then we go to less than, that is less than. Then from less than, we can give a value less than 1. Then what happens? It turns red in case the stock is almost done, and it will be bold. Therefore, that is what will happen to that one. Apply, okay. And therefore, when stock is right now it's 9, 10 has been purchased. Therefore, if this one changes to something like 15, then this one should turn red. Okay, that one will happen as we proceed. Therefore, this is where the stock will be controlled, and therefore that is that for the stock. Then we can carry on. We can go to the other one, that is we can check on salary entry. Therefore, just go to create, then we go to form wizard, salary. Now I go to salary entry. Salary entry, then send everything to right. Therefore, this is for the salary entry. We shall do as we have done to the others. For the salary entry, this one should be disabled. This one should not be enabled. This is the salary date. Then we go to that point. Then go again to salary details and bring the subform. Then you define your key. Then finish. For this is what we have. This is the salary subform. That way. Before we do the same, this one, go and disable this. Not really. Just go and give it some color. That way. Then for the month is something should be shorter. Therefore, this is what we have, but we need to color it. Therefore, this is what we have. We shall be choosing the employees here. The employees, but so far I have not captured any employee, and therefore it will be difficult for us to do that one. Therefore, just go back to this, then can increase this one. If it will look like that, we can hide this. You can also hide this one. You don't need those ones. Hide. You don't need those ones. You need these ones, deduction and actual pay. Then you can save this one. Then go back and design this format. Then we can assign the logo of our system. Salary entry. Therefore, this is why we shall enter the salary. Therefore, just go back to this salary details. You just go to our accounts form. This is why you control everything. We add an employee. Therefore, just go to new. We choose this guy as an employee, and then you can have Simon Peter. Then his phone number, his address, and then we capture that guy. And therefore, you see, when we come to this point, Simon Peter is an employee. You see now he's an employee here. In a position to see he's an employee. And therefore, when I go to enter salaries, when I go to enter salaries, salary entry, I'll be in a position to see Simon Peter here, since he is an employee, and therefore the filtering is taking place accordingly, as you can see. Therefore, you can still go to months, table, months, capture months here. You can just capture months. March, April, May, June, July, August, November and December. But then you can just right click here and cross. That means when now I go to salary entry, you see, can be in a position now to get the months because we created relationships. And then I can see the employee. Then I can choose the date. For example, I can just choose the date I paid this guy. We are in the month of July. Actual pay deductions, etc. Therefore, now that one can be recorded. Then we can proceed. To the next form, and therefore we can just go and create. We can create cash entry. That is for the cash entry, and therefore for the cash entry we shall just follow the same procedure. Go to create form wizard, then cash entry, we send everything to that way. Then right click, we format this one the way we have done, then go to format. This one, this one should be disabled. Then we go to this part, go to design, then take the logo. Then from here we need to go and take the cash details so that we can create a subform. That way. Then we remove the name up there. That way. That's what we have. Then we format these ones accordingly. Need to do that formatting. That way. Therefore, this is the type. The type should not be so wrong. Then assign some color. Therefore, this is what we have. And therefore, we shall be capturing. We can hide this. We shall be capturing. We can also hide this. We shall be capturing our cash here. Paid received. Therefore, we need to check the spellings. Before you see, you can capture these ones. Therefore, you save that one. Just go to cash details, type paid received. There is somewhere that it has been misspelled. Cash see properties. Received. Okay, then from there we can also capture the expense, that is the expense entry. So we can just go and have the expense entry form, therefore create, then we go to form wizard, then expense. We have the expense entry. Then from there we do our thing. That is, we format this, then go to this part here. We bring the expense details, then we connect the two, finish, then remove this, that one, then this is the customer name. This one should be up there. Format, we do the same here. Format, and after doing so, you still do the formatting. Format, then go and assign the logo. There we are. Therefore, this is the expense entry. But before we do that, we need to do the receipt. We need to do the receipt. This is where we misspelled received. Therefore, we need to do to check the connection expense. We need to feed the expense, and therefore we can create a table to feed the expense form wizard. This time round we go to the expense. The expense, next, finish. Therefore, this is where we shall be feeding our expense. Design, format, then we shall have format, and give it 15 board, and this is our expense entry. go to format 25 board, and we can assign our logo. Our logo is here, and can give this one some color. Then assign next button here. Next, no, that is add new. Add new expense. Finish. Therefore, I shall just come here and add wages, then add new. Electricity, add new. Rent, add new. Water bills, add new. Airtime, add new. Sanitizer. Because of COVID-19, can just have soap. That way. Therefore, when I cross this one, then I go to my expense entry. If I've been in a position to see the expense that I type here. Receive doesn't exist. Receive records also receive. Pay type. Therefore, I need to change the pay type. This one we can go to design, add existing. We bring back pay type. Let's see. Pay type received, paid received. Therefore, from this point, you can see that this one is actually working, and therefore you'll be in a position to capture the expense here that way, and as you assign different amounts to that one, then from that point we can also do the inventory. That is the inventory checker form. That one can be done. Create, then form wizard. We shall use query 2. We created our query 2 next. This one should be tabular next. You can just call it inventory checker. Inventory checker. Therefore, we can adjust this one accordingly. We can have these ones bold. That way, then we can do our formatting. Then go and assign your logo. That way. Then Then from there, just need to run it. For this one will be our inventory checker form. Then from there we can just go and have the forms that will help us to check on the reports. But before we do that, we need also to look at the reports. But meanwhile, let's create the forms that will help us access the report, and therefore can just go to create, then design view. Then in this form, properties, you go to, or you make it pop up. That will make it come in front of the others. Then we shall have design, take the label, and for this one will be open reports per day, and that is reports per day. And go to design, then go to, you assign some color that way. Then you can bring up a button, shall use toggle button. This one will be open report, and this one will be open report, that way. Then you shall have a combo box that will be used to access the report. For this one will be the combo format. You can just go to this point for that combo. Okay, then format, you can just give it a bigger font. Therefore this is daily reports form. Therefore the form will open daily reports, and therefore our form will look like this. Then we shall be in a position to open our reports, then hit this button. Therefore that one is in preparation for that one, and that is for daily reports. You can still copy the same, copy, paste, but have it for weekly, that is monthly reports. Monthly reports. Therefore for the monthly reports, this one should just be like this, but we now change this one to reports per month. Reports per month, that way. Then after doing so, we now need to go and first of all create the receipt. Therefore, we shall just go and create the receipt. We shall create the receipt, and that is, go to create, then report wizard. Then we shall look at the query code, go to the queries. This query code print report, you just go to date. We shall have that one, customer. Let's send everything to the right, then go to next, finish. Therefore this is our receipt, but we need to restructure it a bit so that the customer goes there, the customer name goes there, then also the date goes there, and these ones can be brought back. The amount can be somewhere there. Then the rate, quantity, product, that way. Then you can just assign format brighter color. Then this one for the customer, we can draw a text box, then link it with that is the control source, link it with the customer to avoid the drop down list. Then again go to format. Therefore this is receipt. Then you can just go to this point. Therefore this is our receipt. Then we can have the total. This one can put it transparent. This one transparent. Save. Then we need to have the total in the report footer. Therefore just go to design, put this one, draw a total. Then this one is equals to sum amount. Sum amount. This is the total. Then format that one. Therefore, when we run our receipt will be like this. You can also make these ones transparent. Backstyle transparent. Also the date. This one should be transparent. Sales date. Therefore, we have created one report, that is the customer receipt. This is our customer receipt. It looks like that. And therefore, after doing that, product that way. After having that receipt, we can now just go to our sales table, sales details here. Then go to this part. Go to this part, form footer. That is our form footer. Then we can go to design, then draw a button here, that is print receipt. That is print receipt. Then this button of ours, print receipt, should print our receipt, and therefore just go to this button. Then you go to event. On click, you choose macro builder. Therefore it will open report. It will open report sales entry. That way. Therefore that's how you connect it. And therefore after selling some commodities to this person, that way you just need to hit this button, and then you get the receipt for Faith James, the selected customer, Faith James. If you are talking of the next customer, then it will print for the next customer. That is, it will print as per that name. That is for the receipt. Then we can go ahead and see how to create the report, that is for the daily report on sales done, and also for the monthly report. Therefore, we had done so. We had created such reports by month report. Therefore, we shall start by going to the query by day report, and therefore we just go to by day report. Then what we need to do is to assign another field here that we shall use it to connect to the query, and therefore we shall just go together to this point. Then we shall add, we can call it by day, that way. Then we have format, then we have our s date. We are formatting our s date as day, so that it can produce Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that way. Then you need now to save that one. Expression we entered the container, we need to close. Okay, let's go and fix that one. Let's see where we have messed up. I need to remove this bracket. Good, just worked. Therefore I save. Then when I go to design and run that query, you see Monday, Tuesday, yeah, you see this is Tuesday. It has changed this date to Tuesday because today is on Tuesday according to my calendar. Therefore, that's how you go about that one. Then you can go for the month. You do the same. Therefore, for the month, you write the same. Just calculate by month. Then we have format. Then we format our s date, and then comma into month 1, 2, 3, 4 into months. Therefore, you expect to see the month if I run that query. So when you go to design and run, you expect to see July. Therefore, that one has worked very well. So the next thing is to connect the form. It's to connect the form by, that is the form monthly report and daily reports. Therefore, you need to take that name, daily report, and therefore I will just go to this field, to the query by daily report. Then I go to criteria. I connect by accord forms. Then I choose the form daily reports. Then the field combo 2, that way. And therefore, if you want to see it over, this is how it looks like. You can see I've pressed where so that you can look at it. Therefore, that's how you connect that one. Then I need to cross that. I do also the connection with the other one. Therefore, I go back to by month. I do the same. I do the connection again for you. Therefore, I do the connection here. That is, I'm connecting the query to wherever I take it, like in the reports forms. Therefore, this one will be this one will be months forms. Restart it again. It will be forms exclamation mark. You choose the form here. The form is monthly report, then the field is combo 2. It will bring itself automatically. So that's how you connect that one. Now the next thing, I need to go and now create the report, so that wherever I click on it, I'll be in a position to connect successfully. So what do I do now? I just go to the reports. I go to the reports. That's what I want us to do. If I shall go to create, then we need to create the report by. We need to create the report by. That is by month. Therefore, just go to create report wizard. By month, we said everything. Next, grouping option. Then go to next. Grad total. Then I go to next. Have it out, try next. By month, let's look at how it looks like. Okay, therefore this is what we have. Then after doing this by month, we now go to we cross this first. Now we go to by month report, by month form, monthly report. This one we go to design view, then we open this one. We go to this button, then go to design, go to properties. Therefore on click we go to build macros, open report. That button will open report by months. That way, but this one we read. This is by month. Therefore, this field we read data. We read data raw source. The raw source will be. You can get months. Let's see so far what we have. Good. Therefore, if I go to July and then click this button, you see now it will open Dongijai July, the month of July. Therefore, let's just go and format it a bit. We needed to format this. Format that way. For this is monthly reports. Monthly reports. Then we can assign our logo. Just go to this point. And therefore that is our monthly report. Now let's create our daily report. If we just go again, create report wizard, but we shall use daily query by day. Send everything next, summarize by total and grad total. Okay, next, outline next, finish. Therefore this is by day. Therefore by day will look like this. Therefore just go again to this point and edit. This is our daily reports. Then you can just go hit there. Then you can edit these ones that way. Then we can have our logo, design, insert. That is our part. Then we go and connect, go to daily reports. Design view. We connect now this with the macro. Go to design, properties, event, on click, go to macro builder, then open report. Therefore, I am opening report by day. Save it. But now we need to create this to connect this with the days. Therefore, you can just click here, then go to you can just go to this part, or then you can have just right select, or deselect distinct from months, that is days from months. Therefore, I just go to this table called months. I add a field called days, and therefore this is where that one will lead. And therefore, I just come to this point and write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday. That way, therefore it will read that field. That's what I'm actually doing. Therefore, on my statement here, that it will be selected distinct days from months, and therefore that one it will actually read those ones. And therefore today I want today's on Tuesday. If I just click Tuesday, then view report, and therefore report for Tuesday will be displayed that Don Gichai bought this on Tuesday. Therefore this one can be enlarged. Customer name, and therefore that one will be our daily, that is our daily report. Therefore daily report, I just click on this point, then click. Therefore you can see on Friday there was no sale. That is what it indicates, that there is no sale on Tuesday, on that day. And therefore if I just come again and choose on Tuesday, since there is a sale, you'll be in a position to see that there. Press create report, that is the sales history. Go to report wizard, then choose sales history, query, sales history, sales history query. Then you can have the date, the customer, product, you can have the quantity, and then the total. Then you can just go to next, summary by total. Then next we have outline, next, then finish. Therefore you can have the sales history that looks like this. Just need to format it accordingly. And this is our sales history. That way. Then design, go to shall have something of the sort as our sales history. Then from there, we can proceed to creating the switchboard or the main form. If I just basically go to create, then we go to form design. For this will be our form, our main form. Then you can assign some color for it that way. Then you can save it as our main form that way. Then we can design where we shall have our reports. That's our forms. We shall have our forms here. Then we shall also have our any other thing there. Then from there, I save this, go to design. You can just use this one. You shall have to open the form as account, that is accounts. This is register customer. That way, we shall register the customer there. Then after registering the customer, you can make sales. Form open, that is sales entry. For this one is, I can see sell items. Format. Sell items. Then you can just go to our design. Then this is the client or the Terra side. Then you can just go to this one, then go to choose the form, make this one pop-up add model. Therefore, this is what will happen. To reduce the form size to be just a small size. We just need a small form for that case. Therefore, this is the Terra side. The Terra will be in a position to register the accounts. On the other hand, to sell an item. Those are the two things that we are around. Then you can have the admin create. Then you can have the admin panel. The admin. The admin panel. This is where the owner of the system will have all the privileges to see everything else that the Terra is not seeing. And therefore, this can be called the admin panel. Therefore, for the admin, we shall add all the forms that the Terra will not see. Like now, the cash, that is we can talk of the expense. expense entry. Also, we can talk of stock. What is also the expense entry. This one should be the expense. This is the expenses. Then the admin can also add stock. What is purchase entry? That is the stock entry. I also add the products reports. Open products and register products. For these are the forms entry. Then the reports. If I can just go and design this. This is forms. Then you can design the reports. Open form, daily reports. Also, the admin can do the forms. Open form, monthly reports. Also the general reports. Open what is preview report, sales history. That way, and then you can add any other thing that you feel that the teller should not see in this part. Therefore, these are reports. Summaries. Then that way. Then you can have the crossing button for this. Cross button. Form operations cross. Therefore, this is the admin panel. Then you can still do the same. Go to form and make it model and pop up. Therefore, this is the admin panel. The admin can do all this, like see the daily reports, these ones, but the teller cannot see. Therefore, you shall put a password to make sure that this one is not accessible. And for that case, in my previous videos, I had done how to create a login screen. I had done how to do splash form and also how to connect them. That is to connect the main forms and that. And therefore, allow me not to do the coding for that. You can refer to how to create a login screen. You can also refer how to create a main form and a splash form from my previous videos. And therefore, this time round, I only import them from another database, then connect them. And therefore, I just go to external data access. Then I go where my other videos are or my data is. Then I will just go to access, that is database. Then I go to this point, export. I'm not really exporting, I need to import. If external data source, get from file from access. Then I need to get, then I go to forms. I need to get the memo and login screen. Yeah, those ones. Therefore, I need to have those ones. You can view my previous videos on how to do those ones. Therefore, basically what I need to do now is to go to this splash form. You change the details accordingly. Then you need to go to form, where the form is, then go to event, then go to event procedure down here, click. Therefore it will be loading username, that one remains the same. And therefore I just needed to run this one. Now this one opens the main form. Then I also need to import, I've forgotten one tab, one form. If I go back, now that way. Therefore we just go now to our main form. That is our main form. This is where our main form is. We add a button to allow us go to the admin panel in case the admin launches the system and want to go to the admin side. Therefore, you shall have the admin side here. Just go to design view and then we draw a toggle button or a command button, whichever. Therefore, this is the admin panel. Then in the admin panel, I go to this one, design, then I go to properties, then event. I go to event. Now in the event, I go on click but assign a macro builder. Therefore this one will open form. Then I choose the form that I want, the form that has password. Remember, I have done all this in my previous videos. Therefore, you only need to confirm from the videos so that you can see how that one is done. Therefore, this form will open the password that I need to see. If I just go to that. Before you need this one to be the name for the admin panel. If I just go to where the admin form is, admin name it to main admin form, and therefore from there I need to go to this point, file, then options, then current database. I give my database a name, that is ePOS Pro. Then display form, I choose the form. I need the splash form. Remember, in my previous videos I took you through how to connect a switchboard, a splash form and a login screen. Therefore you can review that. Then from there I needed to remove these buttons. Then I click on OK. Now once I click on OK, I close my system and then launch it from scratch and see Therefore it will launch, the switchboard launches. Then from here now, can key in the username and the password, and then the system is ready for use. Like now we can enter the customer the way we did there. We can see the customers that we captured. Then you can also make a sale, and after doing the sale you can print a receipt from the system. On the other hand, the admin can now go to admin panel and then key in the password. You see now you have to enter the password. Then you can be in a position to be taken to our admin panel where we can see the daily reports like we had done for Tuesday, that way. Therefore, this is one of the reports that is for Tuesday. Then you can also do some other things like expense etc. Therefore, that is the admin panel, the way it looks like. And therefore, I have taken you through now the steps forward to come up with an EPOS using Microsoft Access. You can look at my previous videos on the areas I have skipped, like how to create a splash form, how to do this password, this one, how to protect forms with password. There is a video I have done on that, and also there is a video I have done on login screen. And therefore, that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.